Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Noach from Revi to Chamishi. This week I'd like to discuss the Keshes, the rainbow, Hashem's symbol to mankind that he will never again bring a flood to destroy the world. The Ramaban, Nachmanides, says the reason why this is a symbol of peace is because its rainbow is like a bow and arrow set. And if someone's coming to make a peace offering, what they do is they would turn around the bow and face themselves so that they're not shooting the enemy, but they're pointing it at themselves. So Hashem has a rainbow coming from heaven that's pointing up to heaven and saying, I'm making a peace offering at this point. You don't have to worry. I'm not firing at you. But the Ramaban, according to Rav Gifter, also says that this is a sign of Midas Hadin, God's divine strict judgment. What is the connection between the two? How is this a symbol, the rainbow of Midas Hadin? So he explains that how is a rainbow made? Water is a prism. When the sun comes out and it separates the one ray of light into its 7 components, Roy G. Biv. I'm sure you all know what that means. And it separates like that. So it's the same thing. When Hashem is using Midas Hadin, what he does, he won't just look at an act, a good deed, and say, all right, you did something nice, you gave charity, I don't have to look further, you get points. No, he'll look and say, when it's Midas Hadin time, he'll say, all right, did you give it in a nice, gentle way, or did you embarrass the person? If you embarrass the person that you gave it to, then you lose credit for your giving your charity. You might get something, but you're also going to get a punishment for embarrassing the person causing suffering. So that's why you have a connection here between the rainbow and Midas Hadin, the breaking it into different components. I saw something online on Close to Torah by Rabbi Tropper that I liked. So the Chai Adam says the rainbow is a symbol of peace, and after this rain came, Ramaban. So this is saying we're not going to. This is the end of the Ramaban for forever. We won't have one to destroy the world. So Rashi says, so why is a rainbow, which looks so beautiful, why is it something that we use to represent a rebuke by Hashem? And also, Rashi says when the flood happened, it started off with this really amazing rain that was gentle and could have made the crops grow and thrive. But when the people didn't do tshuva, then the rain started to gush and damage and destroyed the world. After people were warned for 120 years, why did Hashem give this one last chance of a gentle rain, and then when they didn't listen, convert it into a strong rain, destructive rain? So the Shelah, Reb Yeshaya Horowitz, answers that when it comes to rebuking someone, the best way is not to go for the hard line and put them down, but to try to push them up, go for the high end, say, I thought you were a wise person, and I know you're better than this, maybe you can do better. Appeal to the person's positive aspect. By using respect, that'll go a long way. So that's what Hashem is doing here. He's rebuking the world, but he's doing it with a smile, actually a reverse smile, but he's doing it with this nice bright rainbow that people like to, oh look, there's a rainbow in the sky. So he's doing it in a gentle way, and that's a lesson for us, that when we rebuke, we should do it gently. And another lesson for us is from the Reb Nissen Alpert, because during Chamishi, which is Perek Tes, Pasuk Ches, till Pasuk Yud Zayin or so, it repeats several times, Hashem saying, my bris, my covenant to you, over and over in different ways. Well, why is this being repeated in multiple variations and iterations? So Rabbi Alpert answers that this is a lesson. Keshes here was coming as a consolation after the Ramaban, after the destruction of the world, and Hashem was trying to make sure that the people that were survived, Noach and his family, that they were getting the message of consolation. And same thing when we have to give someone, unfortunately, consolation, we should know that we should try different variations, make sure we get the message across to our friends, our family, saying that we care, we're there for you, and whatever way it takes to get to that person's heart and know that they're cared for. And finally, a message from Rav Shamshon Raphael Hirsch, who points out that what the Keshes comes from, what the rainbow comes from, is when the dark clouds outside, everything's looking bad, and all of a sudden the sun has some light appear out of the dark clouds, and that makes the rainbow, and things come out right. So we should remember now that we're in the darkness of the exile, but soon the light of Mashiach should come, Meher of Yemenu, and we have the Besuras Tovos. Once again, thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful Shabbos.